everybody. I'm Skip Elsheimer. Welcome to the AV Geeks Lunchtime streaming show. Wow, my hair is short. I got a cut and I'm not used to it. Anyhow, let's introduce some chaos. I don't use product in my hair, so. Anyways, it's not about my hair. We're not watching because of the hair. We're watching it because we watch old 16mm films. That's what we just did. We watched some random Alcoa footage from a collector friend of mine in Pittsburgh, the Oregon Archive. They had a bunch of footage that they somehow got because there's an Alcoa company. I don't know if the headquarters are there or if that's one of the branches. But anyways, so that's some random footage of some, I'm guessing, aluminum pipes. It's silent, so it was kind of raw footage that maybe they edited into something or were attempting to edit into something, or I'm not sure what the deal is. But, so behind me, I got, besides a cool neon sign, I got a film on the telecine. So let's watch this, the Bead Game. Enjoy. That was just great. Wow. That was really nice. Um, so, National Film Board of Canada gives grants to filmmakers. And so there was a wonderful golden age of them giving grants to animators. And so there's lots of just beautiful, amazing animation coming out of the Canada. And I think the deal was, this is all anecdotal, I don't have this for sure, but I think the deal was that you had to do a proposal, that it was semi-educational, that it had some sort of roots in something. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's for specific grants, but it seems like a lot of the ones, there's always some sort of something, message. But man, that was really wonderful. All animated with beads. All right, it's time for the big test. Are you ready? GM hopes that you are. Enjoy.
This is the General Motors Proving Ground, where dramatic and punishing action is a main attraction. Here, new cars, trucks, and buses are put through extensive, grueling, and brutal engineering tests and evaluations to make certain they perform the way they were designed to perform. This is the final big test before new vehicles are approved for production. The first automotive proving ground in the world was built by General Motors in 1924 at Milford in southeastern Michigan near Detroit. Vehicles were simpler then, and so was the testing. Today, testing is extremely complex because vehicles have become so complex and because of increased customer demands for high-quality transportation that is dependable, economical, and comfortable, as well as safe and environmentally acceptable. Meeting these demands has required dramatic and revolutionary changes in automobile design and in test equipment and procedures. But long before the final big test at the proving ground, years of research and development work have been completed. At the General Motors Technical Center, a variety of activities in research, engineering, design, and manufacturing are carried on to introduce improved shapes, materials, and components. And the high technology of the modern car, in electronics for example, must be matched by increasing sophistication of test equipment. Making car and trucks easier to service is an important element of advanced vehicle design carried on at the Technical Center. The goal is to be sure service technicians and independent garagemen are familiar with new GM products and their repairability. The new split-engine cradle, for example, allows easy access for servicing the engine, transmission, steering system, and rear crossmember. GM's cradle design also allows the entire engine, transmission, driveline assembly to be removed from the vehicle and serviced as a unit. This simplifies many complex powertrain service operations. A new car concept first takes shape in designer's clay, and its dimensions are entered into a computer. The car is then built in the computer. In effect, an electronic car is generated with electronic components. This permits the engineers to run tests that predict how the actual parts will operate. The design is refined before any hardware is actually built. Testing of component parts is an exhaustive effort carried out by each of the car and truck division test laboratories. Components undergo grueling abuse far beyond what can be expected for the average car over its lifetime. Another critical area in car design is aerodynamics testing. This huge wind tunnel provides important answers in the designer's goal of minimizing wind resistance and improving fuel economy. Then, after years of research and development, new products are ready for the final big test at the proving grounds. Reliability of performance is a major goal, to see that the 15,000 parts of a modern motor vehicle work together properly under the widest possible variety of conditions. One of the most dramatic recent trends in auto design has been the change to smaller, fuel-efficient vehicles with front-wheel drive. Increased use of diesel engines and advanced electronic monitoring and control systems to improve drivability and control emissions. Onboard computers also are evaluated as a built-in diagnostic tool to simplify service work. New designs of all types must be evaluated promptly and effectively on prototype cars before the vehicles are approved for manufacturing. And the changes must also be monitored on production cars to be sure they are performing as designed. The proving ground at Milford, Michigan is the nucleus of an elaborate engineering test and evaluation network that extends around the world. At Milford, there are more than 123 miles of carefully designed test roads. Testing on the road is evaluated by highly sophisticated laboratory test equipment and procedures. Complex instrumentation with applications using microprocessors, lasers, and fiber optics is constantly extending the state of the art. This is vital as cars and trucks continue to become more complex. In Mesa, Arizona, near Phoenix, engineers conduct year-round hot weather testing at the Desert Proving Ground. Mesa is a 4,600-acre facility with 58 miles of special test roads and trails. Testing here at Mesa shows how cars and trucks operate in dust and in desert-type heat. At the High Altitude Test Facility at Denver, Colorado, the effects of high altitude on performance and emission control are measured. Not far away at the Mountain Test Facility in the Rockies, vehicles are driven up and down the long, steep grades of Pikes Peak to test engines, transmissions, brakes, steering, and other systems. Up in Kappas Casing at GM of Canada's Cold Weather Test Facility, vehicle performance is tested at winter temperatures that drop to 50 degrees below zero Fahrenheit. Other proving grounds are located abroad, in Australia, Brazil, Germany, and in Great Britain. GM cars and trucks designed, manufactured, and marketed abroad undergo testing that is similar to that carried out in the United States. Worldwide, tens of millions of miles are test-driven by General Motors every year. At the Milford Proving Ground, driving schedules are based on real-world driving conditions, obtained from instruments in statistically selected owners' cars, taxi fleets, and police vehicles nationwide. These schedules make it possible to produce in a few months the same type of driving conditions that might result from 100,000 miles of actual driving experience. Thus, a vehicle's long-range susceptibility to wear can be quickly evaluated and necessary changes made. While a major aim of proving ground testing is to evaluate durability and reliability, test programs also concentrate on many other concerns. Heat and humidity chambers are used to simulate the conditions that create corrosion, to measure how the company's products react to years of exposure to corrosive environments. Engineers also work to reduce structural vibrations, monitoring unpleasant noises that may be heard inside the vehicle, to see if corrections can be made by changing vibrations or noise transmission characteristics. Special tests are designed to help increase tire traction and extend tire life. Some take place on proving ground roadways, and others involve dynamic laboratory equipment that simulates the effect of roadway forces and permits engineers to predict a tire's handling characteristics. Major efforts are devoted to the evaluation of passenger restraint systems. Engineers use highly advanced equipment, such as test sleds, to simulate accident conditions to seek continuing improvements in vehicle safety design. Other important tests involve the actual destruction of more than 300 vehicles every year at Milford alone. The proving grounds also play an important role in evaluating new vehicle design concepts for serviceability. A special test schedule helps ensure that new vehicle designs are compatible with existing towing equipment and practices. Other tests help ensure that new vehicles can be hoisted on standard lifts and jacks and are compatible with existing automatic car wash equipment. Crash tests of pre-production vehicles provide service engineers with real-life evidence of how to simplify collision repairs of new vehicles. Their efforts lead to the design of body and understructure features that are easier to straighten, and to the development of new repair procedures and techniques. Fuel economy is another top priority, and the proving grounds play an important role here, too. The average fleet fuel economy of General Motors cars is being increased more than 2.5 times between 1974 and 1985. This has involved massive changes in basic vehicle design, more lightweight materials, and significant advances in automotive technology. And the results are verified by proving ground testing. Engineers have also run 50,000-mile exhaust emission tests on representative new model cars to be sure they meet U.S. government regulations. In addition to vehicle testing, proving ground research also concentrates on better, safer roadway design. Potential roadside hazards are set back from the edge of the road, or are specially designed to reduce the possibility of accidents. Research also concentrates on the driver, especially in the development of advanced training in handling driving emergencies. The driver, the highway, the vehicle. All are the subject of continuing study and evaluation at the GM Proving Grounds. It is a never-ending priority, the final big test. Its goal, to achieve ever higher standards of transportation for people and businesses all over the world.
That's GM for you. I have other GM films, including one, a GM report to shareholders, which is comparable in that it's kind of like this compilation of what they did that year, and what their plans are, and how great they're going to be, and how they're keeping up with technology and all that stuff. So it's kind of interesting. Let's see. We talked about GM. let's go back a little and talk about GE. This is a similar type of thing, talking about what GE's got going on. Enjoy.
The word is performance. The word is reliability. The word is quality. The words are customer satisfaction. The word is maintenance. The words are General Electric. Here at GE's computer department, we like those words too, because we make products that fit them. Our assembly lines are smaller, to be sure. Our component parts are even sometimes microscopic. But into each part we build performance, reliability, and quality, and then we back them up with customer service and maintenance. We understand the value of the words. We know that adherence to their meaning creates superior products. We can also understand the problems of the manufacturer, the big corporation, the widespread corporation, the problems of growing, of effective communications. We understand because we are a big, growing, widespread corporation too. And I'm proud to be a part of that corporation. I'm Harrison Van Aken, General Manager of the Computer Department. Not only do we concern ourselves with your special problems, support you with special designs, offer you specially skilled people, but we think in terms of saving dollars. Our latest computer system, the Compatible 600, has dollar savings designed in. The system takes advantage of increased performance at decreased costs. For example, this chart shows the trend in cost of computing power. The unit cost of computing power is shown by the ordinate on the left, as plotted by years, actual and projected through 1972. Note that unit costs of large computers are considerably less than smaller systems, and systems such as the GE 600, which are capable of multiprogramming, will show even lower costs. This means great savings to you. Problem solving and dollar saving are the aims of our team. A superior product is the result. Let's take a look.
This is the center of it, the heart. This is memory, and the Compatibles 600 are memory-oriented. Around the memory are modular designed processors and input-output controllers. Modular design means this. If your immediate need is one memory, one processor, one controller, then that's what you start with. If your immediate need is to update present equipment and programs, the Compatibles are designed for easy conversion. Then, as you grow, you simply add modular units. Our 600 computers are unique in this integrated feature. They're designed to grow with your growth. they have another unique design feature too. Because of General Electric's long history as both a user and a manufacturer of computer systems, and because of our willingness to innovate, to seek out and to solve our customers' special problems, the Compatibles 600 are actually user-designed, and every step of design, manufacture, and system implementation has evolved from the needs of the user. Many times when we are the user, some interesting automated machine applications result. Besides being interesting to watch, this wire wrapping technique is an innovation, an improvement over the soldered terminal method used previously. It makes contact solidly at 16 points on each pin. Here's an example of the Compatible 600's numerical control capabilities. Highly skilled and specially trained people are part of user-designed production too. And of course, there is ceaseless testing. More to it than production techniques and testing and people. There's concept. Again, it's a user concept. I'm Vern Cooper, Manager of Marketing for General Electric's Computer Department. The user concept means to us the concentrating of General Electric know-how and resources to satisfy your unique corporate requirements. A team of General Electric experts will work for you. These professionals endorse and are knowledgeable in the consolidation of computer systems with direct access capabilities for large company needs. User thinking on consolidation of computers resulted in our developing the Compatibles 600, an advanced system of integrated hardware and software that is available now. This means you can implement a time-sharing system. You can build a data bank to serve your current needs and which can grow with your future progress. All this is combined with a multi-user capability, which is a tremendous advancement in more efficient use of equipment, with important improvements in cost and performance. General Electric has such equipment now, and more sophisticated hardware and software is in development. But most importantly, our computer systems have a continuity in concept, bridging economically and conveniently today's products and ideas with tomorrow's equipment and applications. The responsibility for developing products in concert with these ideas is John Kalor's, who heads our Advanced Design Group.
One of the primary things you must know is where are we going. After all, the selection of equipment today will determine your growth in the future. We've long recognized that the key to proper computer usage is the multi-user concept and its corollary, direct access from remote locations. It's a direction we've been heading for some time, and today's General Electric machines have these capabilities. To understand today's advantages, let's look at yesterday's limitations. Early computers operated at the convenience of the computer. A user's program had to complete all operations before another user could start his program. Our compatible 600 computers erased that problem. With these machines, several users can be computing at the same time. By combining the multi-user and remote access capabilities in the system, we can bring the computer to the user, bringing the mountain to Muhammad. Computers have never before been designed that met that goal. This is new and forward-looking. There is a tremendous future advantage to the system's users. With the company's growth and progress, amplification of equipment through the modular building block concept is an easy and painless process. The future glows with promise. Our research and development is constantly moving ahead in circuitry, memories, magneto-optics, microelectronics, magnetic films, capacitrixes, and delves into all fields of science. Because of this research, our components get smaller, our systems get faster, our reliability improves as our hardware technology soars. The other half of our total design concept is software. More and more, the programmer gets personal service from the computer. We have reduced turnaround time. We have made great strides forward in graphic communications, and these advances will continue.
We have helped a lot of people solve a lot of problems. We can help you in the same way. And don't forget, the knowledge of the computer department and the total resources of General Electric will be brought to bear to solve your problems. We have the keys. They're your keys to progress. And the words are General Electric.
It's different than that GE Best Buy speech that I showed a couple of weeks ago, where the CEO is like, "There's some tough times, but we're gonna get through it. I swear, really tough times." I'm not sure the date of this one, but I think that this predates that Best Buy one. It's kind of it felt like a '70s recession message. And computers, that's the future. Computers at GE. Given the fact that we don't think we don't associate computers with GE, it tells me that it probably didn't do that great of a job. But I'm guessing that they had contracts with big companies for other types of technologies, and offering computer time was one easy sell because they're already approved vendors. And I don't think they were GE computers. I'm guessing that they bought them from somewhere else, like IBM or Digital or whoever at the time. And then they just offered time on them. Or what they did is they just licensed time directly from IBM and then offered that time via and then upcharged a little bit. That seems to be the thing. It's like, how can we offer this new thing without spending any money on research and development? It's all conjecture. I don't know if that's really the case, but I've seen companies do that, especially nowadays. It's like, oh, you're just rebranding this thing that already exists, and then adding a surcharge. All right, so we got another film on the Telecine. That's kind of what I'm trying to do, is show at least 2 films per show, like live. And I'm also unearthing a bunch of stuff I've scanned in the past. And so there's a lot of new content. At some point I was like, I'm running out. I'm like, no, I'm not. I got a bunch of stuff. I got probably 5,000 films scanned so far. So we got a lot of material to watch so far. All right. So this is Ballad Without End. Enjoy.
Come to watch the flow. No eyes were watching. She rose and took off her clothes, and the river spoke. Plant your seed, my plant your seed within me, fill my womb with child, fill the sky. The forest wrens began to sing.
Stay alert.
I gazed out over my new world, and it was all right, because it was as large and open as I was. I looked back once, and there, far below me on the grave of my past, was a new, tiny, bright little yellow flower waving peacefully in the morning breeze. Then I turned and forgot, and walked happily into the valley.
Do you think you can pour too much dew on a misty morning? There is a softness here where the fishes run. I think that this whole place is just for fun. Can you make the sun just a little too bright on a summer's day? There There's a wildness here where the foxes run. And I think that this whole place is just for fun. Down below, the men are dying, dying to know who won. There's a violence here in the setting sun. But I think that this whole place is just for fun. I ran down the dirt road with a switch in my hand. Had to get the cows home before Grandpa got mad. So I took off on a run in the afternoon sun. My pa built his boat on the farm in Rhode Island, and he sailed the 7 seas to Stonington. He'd cut loose on the tide.
Let's take a look. Williamson! Keep me covered. Look at this. What you got there, Willie? That soldier's heading for trouble. Better get moving. Let's pack it up. Pretty quiet. Let's move out.
I ain't coming.
What?
I'm not coming.
Makes sense, boy. Hold it a minute, Willie. Want you to hear what I've got to say. Boy, I don't understand you. Hey, don't walk away from me like that. Hey, Willie, come here. I won't let you do this to yourself. Listen to me, goddammit. Do you realize what you're doing to yourself? Just hold on. I told you to stop. That's an order, soldier. God damn you!
Of her clothes and the rivers and to see my husband.
You fool!
Plant your seed within me.
Come on! Let's go! Move
Fill
out!
my womb with child.
I said pull in!
Fill the sky.
Get moving, man! Take it out! I straight in front, quit looking around! Get set!
The forest wrens began to sing. The forest wrens began to sing.
I think I've decided that unless the story is by Ambrose Bierce, I'm not really interested in stories set in Civil War times. Just recently, there's a podcast that's going to be coming out. I did a podcast that's going to be coming out probably in the next couple of weeks about Herc Harvey and about Carnival of Souls. And in it, I talk about occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge, which is this amazing story, which it feels like it has a little bit of that in it, but Bierce does such a better job of it. So in the meantime, let's round things out with a capsule of additional subjects. Enjoy.
And speaking of action, it's Junior Rodeo time again in Texas. The Indian dance is interesting. No rodeo is ever without one. Now for one of the main events, riding wild steers. Possibly the most dangerous sport in the rodeo. Here's a young fellow on a real bucking bronc. And another trying to get along on a doggy. Rodeos are always thrilling. I bet this is one winter sport that you've never seen before. And Kitty Camera brings you another first. Glide shoe. A sort of miniature ski which straps on to your own shoes. For the children who live in the Alps regions or other ski centers all over the world, the glide shoe could mean shoes. Many thrilling hours of fun in the snow and ice. And how about this for a fast, thrilling race? Boy, look at them go! And number 728 comes out, a smiling winner. Kitty Camera goes golfing, and this time to the Australian National Golf Tournament for schoolboys. And what makes it even more exciting is that the players' dads are the caddies. These boys probably learned to play golf while they were out on the links caddying for their dads. But today, the tables are turned. The sidelines have sisters, moms, and friends for rooters. And the winner! Little Johnny is lifted to the shoulders of cheering pals and carried off to the clubhouse.
Like a precursor to Kids News, which was on, I guess, TBS, WTBS, and some other things. Like kids talking about current events. That's pretty great. I have, I think, one or two others of those that I scanned for a collector friend of mine who's based in Boston or Cambridge. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm happy that I pushed buttons. It's not always about showing great films. Sometimes it's about showing some films that are clunkers that everybody's like, ooh, bristles. I'm wondering if it wasn't folk music in that Civil War film, would it have been okay? Would it have been better? Like, I don't know. Like if we'd taken the Indian soundtrack from Bead Game and put it in this other one, put it in Ballad Without End, would it have been better? I feel like it would have. I think that the soundtrack is, right off the bat, we were just like, that's folky, proggy, oh, what a lucky man he was type of a song, but not nearly as good. So thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back again tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Everybody have a great rest of your Thursday. As always, please rewind, love each other, and we will see you again soon. Everybody take care.